And this is so important when it comes to chipping and pitching. This is what the best in the world are, landing the club in the right spot every single time. Hey golfers, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the chipping motion and a really simple drill to help you improve your chipping right away. And the reason I wanted to make this video is because, as you know, this video is about improving your golf, okay? And I do aim to get out on the golf course and do a lot of stuff out there as well. But I find when I'm teaching people that there's a misconception about what it is we're supposed to do when we're chipping. And the reason for that is it's so different from the full swing. So we're going to cover today exactly what we're trying to achieve at impact when chipping, and then a really simple drill to allow it to happen. Okay, guys? So before we get started, if you could, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let me know in the comments, rank it out of 10, let's say, from 1 being the worst chipper in the world and 10 being awesome. We're talking Phil Mickelson, Shane Lowry, beat him one time, had to throw that in. Shane Lowry, unbelievable chippers. Where do you rank 1 to 10? I'll go first. I'm going to put myself back in the day when I had time to practice this and was really working hard on it. I would go ahead and give myself a 9. I'm not going to lie, I'm very good at it. Now, I don't play as much. Probably going to give myself more of a 4 or a 5. Okay, and that's probably being generous. All right. Now, let me know in the comments, where would you rank yours from 1 to 10? And if you're sitting down below that 5, well then, go ahead. You need to start working on this. If you're a 9, you can flick over to some of my other videos because it might be the golf swing that you need to work on. Okay, guys, so let's get looking and let's get started. Okay, so when it comes to chipping, we have to control not only our low point, but our swing radius or swing arc, okay? Now, one of my recent videos, I talked about not hitting the ground before the golf ball. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. I go into detail talking about low point and attack angle. Now, we know anytime the ball is on the ground, bar putting, we need to strike the ball first and then make contact with the turf after, okay? And this is so important when it comes to chipping and pitching. This is what the best in the world are, landing the club in the right spot every single time. Now, take a full swing, for example. As you make a backswing, the low point of your swing, remember that's, you think of this as a pendulum, it's moving in an arc, and there's a bottom. Before the bottom, the club's traveling down, and after it, it's traveling up. So when we're hitting the full shot, there is an element of, as you turn, that bottom of the swing is moving slightly side to side. We don't want too much of it. That's for another time, but we don't want too much of it. And by the time we get to impact, we want it in front. Now remember, the full swing, we take the club up here. Not that we have much time. The downswing's over in like 0.3 of a second, or it's really fast. So when you're doing that, you have a little bit of time. But on a very short shot, it doesn't sound like much time to be fair, but you've got time to move and get the low point in front. Now, when you're hitting a little chip shot and you're coming back to here, well, if there's any amount of movement to the right, that low point's going to come with you. Now, because it's such a short shot, there's no way that you can now get back over and land the club in the right spot just in front of the golf ball. So where we can cheat the system a little bit when it comes to chipping and pitching is we can plant that weight on the left side, keep that low point as steady as possible so that we can have it just in front of the ball and continually land the club in that spot. So as I do this, you'll notice there's not moving side to side. As I set up, I literally have myself planted on this leg. This one's hardly there. Okay, and this will be our drill in a second. So here, as I swing back, I'm making a very conscious effort not to go this way. What you can even do on these shots is you can go more that way. Okay, see Hovland does that, and kind of that way. Okay, so definitely don't go here. Right now in the drill I help you with that, but for visual purposes, I am in front of that golf ball and I'm going to rehearse what it's like to land the club just after the golf ball. When I'm on the course, I can do that in feedback with the grass. I can feel the interaction with the ground and where it hits, and just feel it kind of skidding or landing just after the golf ball. Then, whenever you step into the shot, after rehearsing that, I'll get to the drill in a second, you're here. Now you can feel, what does it feel like to land that club in that spot? There. So that feeling, you carry it straight into the shot. If you watch that back, I'll try and put it in slow-mo for you. There was no movement this way. I stayed here, little short backswing, and through, trying not to move that low point all around the place, because it becomes really difficult to be consistent and land it in the right spot. This goes for chipping and pitching. Okay, so let's look at a really simple drill that we can do to help us with this, take it straight to the course. And some people I give this drill to, they even chip like this because they really like how they strike it. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so the drill, we're going to cheat the system a little bit. Remember, no lateral movement. If anything, you want to actually move towards the target, bringing that low point further forward to ensure good contact. We're going to take our normal setup, and hopefully you've kind of watched my never chunk or thin a shot again, and I'll do more videos on the short game. As I say, I want to get out in the golf course and do some of this stuff with you guys. But here, you'll notice that we had our weight on our left, and our setup, our ball position, the shaft angle, all that stuff. If you haven't seen it, go check that out. But when I'm in this position, feel ready to go, I'm going to take my right foot back, and I'm going to place it, literally, if you see from here, just the toe. I'm not leaning into that. I'm just resting it. It's hardly there. I'm literally all on my left side here. Okay. Now, normal setup. Bring that back. Naturally, if there's any amount of movement from me this way in the backswing, do this with pitching as well, as I said, any amount of movement across, I'm going to feel either pressure go under that toe to balance me, or I'm going to fall over, right? So we have it there, we have it back. Balance point over this leg. Now, the cool thing about this is we make swings. It becomes much easier to strike or land the club on the grass just after. Okay, super drill. And as I say, some people even chip like this. Might look a little mad, but I said in my previous video, whenever you're hitting low spinny chip shots into the green and your right foot's back, who cares? Right, so normal setup, right foot back, literally tapping the toe. There's no weight on that. Here, now I've got my low point in front, simple shot back and through. And I can feel the kind of friction on that, the spin. So here, normal setup, just literally on the ground, back, keep the low point in front, land the club after. That way. So you can hear, hopefully hear the strike on that. And I can feel it, like a little bit of friction, a little bit of spin, because I'm not moving all around the place. Okay? So give it a go. Let me know how you get on in the comments. Don't forget to rank your short game, chipping and pitching, out of 10 for me. That'd be cool. Really interested to hear what people think of their own short game. Which should be, I think that'd be cool. Right, so drop that in the comments, let me know. And before we go, if you could, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll catch you guys soon.